See, I told you, purple dress. I told you yesterday. I totally have a purple dress for Speak Now because purple, it's the purple room in the Lover House and it's the purple album and it's all of the beautiful. Do you remember the album with Taylor Swift on the cover with this fantastic purple dress? I mean, I don't have that, but I have this and this is cute. So yeah, we're doing Speak Now and I'm going to talk about it in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I'm Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And today we're making more Taylor Swift soapy things. And we are doing Speak Now. Now, this album, Taylor Swift's third album, so it's our third soap. It, again, is the purple room in the Lover House for the Lover video. And so we're definitely going to be putting purple in there. The cover of the album is, her in a fabulous purple dress. It's so beautiful. And the album itself is big, right? Like, it's big. There are orchestras, there is high romance, there's fantasy in Shakespearean tragedy, all of the ways. It's big. There's just so much going on within this album. And so it was hard to just like hone in on like one song, for example, to use it as the model for the bar like I did yesterday for Fearless. So I didn't do that. I decided to try to capture all of the big and the sparks flying and the glitter and the glam and the awesome and the purple and the romance. And so this bar is scented with actually my favorite scent on the planet. It is a dupe for a Viktor and Rolf perfume called Flower Bomb. And that's actually a perfume that I wear like every day. I love this scent. It's floral, it's beautiful, it's very romantic. And so I definitely wanted the Speak Now bar to have tons of romance. And the Speak Now album is actually kind of cool because it was the first album that Taylor Swift wrote 100% on her own. 100% on her own, still by all accounts kind of a kid when she's doing it, right? And she delivered beauty, and it was a really, really well done album. But not only did she deliver beauty, she was ballsy in this. She called people out. There were like it was a great album. It was just a very big album. And so the pour is going to be modeled after the bigness and really the purpleness. And I want to get, glitter and sparkles and all the cool things in there. But also I am going to be putting in at the top of the bar a string of lights, as well as, the line for the string of lights for a couple of reasons. One, string of lights is in Innocent, right? And that's the song that she wrote for Kanye, apparently, after Kanye did his I'ma Let You Finish thing at the VMAs. And I wanted to put that in. And also the top of it, obviously it's part of the string of lights, but it's the fragile line as well, because she talks about that a lot in this album. I think she's at this point kind of understanding that there are prices for fame, really, and that she's always walking on some sort of tightrope. And she actually re-explores that issue and that idea and concept throughout her career, with the idea of walking a fragile line and tightropes and all the things. So I definitely wanted to include it in this bar, and also glitter, because yes, and purple, and all of the flowery romantical things. So I'm going to stop talking about that here, and we're going to go watch the video, and you can see the making of the Speak Now bar. Oh my God, it is the Speak Now album. I am so
excited because Speak Now is like so big, right? Like it's, you remember Taylor in 2010? Like that, everything was just, it was big and emotional, and I made a mess with the clay, and that's the Kaylin there, and sparkles and purple, because Speak Now, it's the purple room in the Lover, those will come into play later, but yeah, from the Lover video, the Lover house, it's the purple room, so that's what Speak Now is. We get to do a purple soap today, you guys. So the oil blend for this, same oil blend as yesterday, so we've got babasu, coconut, argan, olive, and castor. And I also put in some soap nuts for this guy for an extra big awesome bubble. And also it's great for, you know, doing the removing of soap scum, which is super cool. And the water, instead of water, it's aloe vera, because she's not really old enough to drink at this point, so we don't really start the alcohol soaps until she's old enough to drink. Anyway, yes. And the scent blend for Speak Now is actually one of my favorite things on the planet, because it is a scent that I wear on the daily. It is a Viktor and Rolf dupe for Flower Bomb, which is a lovely perfume. It is floral and bright and beautiful and so romantic. And I thought that really worked for Speak Now, because Speak Now is, God, it's so big. It's so big. Like she was over the top in this. This was the album that she wrote, like, you know, 100% on her own, right? Third album, she's still very, very young doing the things, but she had won, you know, best music video or whatever at the VMAs. Her album was #1 for Fearless, whatever. It was all a thing, right? And she decided to write Speak Now 100% on her own. And that is fearless, you know, like that is fearless. And this was the moment when, you know, I heard that, I went, oh God, I'm scared for you. I think you're going to be done. I think we will never see you again. Maybe you should have people help you write your songs, but not Taylor Swift. That was me underestimating her, because no, my God, she did the damn thing, and she did it in such big, theatrical, over-the-top ways, right? Like, it was amazing. It was big love, heroic love, romantic love. It was big revenge and big call-out songs, and it was just all of the just. She had the orchestras. I mean, this album was just, it's so big, and it was too big for me to go like yesterday's, you know, pour with Fearless. You know, okay, the best day. I can just make a soap after that song because it's my favorite song. I can't pick a favorite song on this album. That is an impossibility. And so we are doing purple, glittery, sparks fly, explosion of all of the beauty, all tied up with a beautiful floral romantic scent blend to really pull it all into this daydream fantasy thing that this album was. And by was, I of course mean is, because Speak Now is still such a big thing for me in my life. I mean, I listen to Taylor Swift literally daily, all day long, and it's cool because she's got 8 albums, so lots of material to listen to. But Speak Now, whenever I listen to Speak Now, I cry. I cry. This is the album that keeps me crying. And so this bar is going to sort of capture the album in its entirety, and it will be starting out with her big, beautiful purple dress that's on the cover of the original, you know, album. And that's awesome. And also all of the glitter and all of the sparks, because she mentions sparks flying and sparks, you know, references quite a bit within this album. And also we are going to be putting in some cool, the little yellow things that I showed you earlier. That was to be a string of lights at the top, because in the song Innocent, when she's talking about a string of lights, yeah, Innocent was such a cool song. The whole album was so good. My God. Like, but Innocent, like, calling out Kanye West for his I'm Gonna Let You Finish thing, like, holy crap, that's amazing. So round 1 on this is a the purple base, and then we're going to do a purple and white swirl on top of that in the pot swirl. And then we are going to put in some melt and pour that has some awesome glittery mica inside of it, in the hopes that we're going to get some cool glitter that stays in it's not exactly going to be confetti pour. I'm mostly just looking for the sparkles to stay. And then also just that, because like I said, I'm having a lot of fun playing with the epoxy pours, like not soap pours, like actual epoxy pours at the house. So I'm just trying some different techniques with soap as a result. But yeah, it's all a thing. But yeah, like Innocent, calling out Kanye West, like, oh my God, you are amazing. I mean, all of it though. Like, she had that Better Than Revenge song, which was just ouch, and the Dear John song, which was ouch. And like, she had something to say in this, you know, and I think that's the whole thing. Like, right? Like, that's her whole point with Speak Now. Say the things that you will regret having not said before. And so she said them. And, you know, in her liner notes, she talks about how they're all open letters to, you know, people for different reasons, and like all the songs. And yeah, that's the thing. Speak now. Do it. But the way that she did it just big, and just big. It was so big. Now, the string of lights are going to go on the top here. And after I put the string of lights in, I love that. The string, I love everything about the Innocent song. But also after that, I'm going to do a mica line on the top of all of this, because I want, obviously, the top of the string of lights, right? Like a light string, so the string on the lights, right? But also because, you know, in that song, in Innocent, she's talking about walking on a tightrope. And then in the next song, Haunted, which is so beautiful with the orchestra and the, like, I am a child again listening to that song, just, you know, feeling all of the feels. But anyway, it talks about fragile line. And the whole idea of tightropes and fragile lines and those sorts of things, she plays on those themes quite a bit throughout her entire career. It's not just in the Speak Now, it's, you know, throughout her career, she talks about that. And this is the mica line that's going down to be the string of lights, and I want it to look chunky and weird and broken, because also fragile line, right? Yeah, all of the things, pulling in all of the awesomeness. So yeah, like including the fragile line, the tightrope, the, you know, whatever, I really did want to capture, I think, something that maybe she thinks about quite a lot. You know, being in the public eye and being, you know, a big celebrity of very huge status. Even, you know, now, during the Speak Now days, she's really come up. Like, people were expecting a whole lot from her in her third album, and I guess we kind of haven't stopped ever since. And it's, I think early on, she's sort of accepting that this could all be over at any point. And this is something that she voices in later years, you know, but I honestly, because you can see those tightrope references and the fragile lines, and how I get the feeling that she sort of thinks about this a lot, and has that realization that, you know, at any given time, it could all be over. And this, the third album that she does with the concert and everything that she was, I mean, my God, it was so big. It was theatrics. It was an event. Like, everything about this album was just, it was big. It was so big. She did it big, and it paid off, obviously. But yeah, so I wanted to make this big sense and big brightness. And, you know, purple, you guys, purple's my favorite. So I have a purple soap. It's just lucky that one of my favorite Taylor Swift albums is the Purple Room for the Lover, you know, video, the Lover House, really. And, you know, I have to write on the top of it. And so this is a line from one of my favorite songs on Speak Now, which again is like, how do you even pick? But this, I am writing Fighting Dragons with You, because from Long Live, I had the time of my life fighting dragons with you. And I listened to that song, and I I still cry. But I'm a crier. I cry for beautiful things, and Speak Now was a beautiful, beautiful thing that I am so glad it exists in the world. And so that's what we did. This is ready to get put into the oven for C-pop and gel, and we will cut into this, and hopefully it doesn't suck, you know, tomorrow. And on to the cut. This looks great. It has gone through gel. It was C-popped, and it's so shiny and pretty. And oh, look at that purple. And there's a purple hue to the mic I put on top too, which is awesome. And that purple is gorgeous. And that's a cool line, cool mica line that we have going on that side. Yeah, that's gorgeous. And yeah, no, this is exciting. Come on, you guys, it's Speak Now. Like, I don't know. Put yourself back in 2010. Think about what you were doing. I mean, I was dating Mr. Soap and Clay at the time, and oh, look, the string of lights and the fragile line above it. Like, oh, that is so pretty. And yeah, this album came out, and it was, again, it was big. Like, the production of it was a production, and it was beautiful. Everything about it, kind of like that soap. Like, look at me go, guys. That's gorgeous. Look at the purple. I have a purple. I'm just, yay. I love purple soaps. But yeah, this oh, it's so lovely. Yeah, this album was just, it was one of the things, like, I mean, I guess my favorite song on the album would be actually Scout's song, and that was a consideration to designing the bar around that, but that's actually kind of a hard one to do, because Scout's song that I sing to her all the time is Never Grow Up. And I don't know, I did the song yesterday for, you know, my favorite song on Fearless, which was, you know, The Best Day. And that's for my children. It's for my children as well as my mother, and, you know, like my childhood, my children's child, whatever. And so I'm like, well, maybe I should do just a capturing of all of the brightness and the, you know, everything that Speak Now was with this one instead. And so that's what I went with. The scent on this, it stuck through, you know, saponification like nobody's business. It's so beautiful. It's such a lovely scent. Again, it's a dupe from Viktor and Rolf's Flower Bomb, and it's the perfume that I wear every day, and it is absolutely delightful. It's just floral and romantic, and there's a little bit of shimmer that was found in those. That's awesome. I love that. I love these bars. This is exciting. I think nothing else would need to be done to these to be like, that is Speak Now. That's the fireworks and the sparks and the big, beautiful, all of the things. Oh, it's just perfect because of, like, I mean, it's just the romanticism, right, of Speak Now, but also, you know, she called everyone out. It was all a crazy thing. She wrote this quote-unquote apology thing to Kanye, which I still think is like the best diss track like in history, and nobody really picks up on it, but I think it was great. And this whole bar is just perfect. Speak Now is so, you know, I'm going to say big again because it's freaking big. And yeah, it is. It's big. And this scent is big. This color is great. The glitter and the sparkle and the sparks flying. It's all amazing. I love this.
It matches my dress. Like, it's purple. And it's my favorite purple. So I don't have purple envy anymore after the Ursula soap because I've got my own. And I love this bar. The smell is so good. And the confetti using the melt and pour, the clear glycerin soaps with the glitter inside of that, you know, it's biodegradable glitter, and so it's all, you know, fine, but the glitter inside of that to put into, and then ultimately the melt and pour mostly melted, it just left behind the glitter, which is cool. I love that. And then the string of lights and and then the pretty purple sheen top. I love Speak Now. It's such a ridiculous, over the top, romantical, you know, album, and it's, you know, big, and I love this bar. So yeah, I am very happy. Again, we have 3 in, and I think 3 awesome representations of the Taylor Swift albums so far. So that is Speak Now, and it's cool. If you are interested in Speak Now, you can totally find it on the website at soapandclay.com in a few days. So once we're done with the entirety of the series, you can totally grab one or all of whatever in a few days. Not available quite yet. If you are interested in following me on social media, yeah, I'm there to do things on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And if you want to see what we come up with for tomorrow's soap, which will be, red. The soap might be red. The album is red. And so that's what we're doing tomorrow. You should subscribe and you can come back and see what we do for that. And I'm excited for it. For those of you who are subscribed, I hope you're excited for tomorrow's pour too. I hope you had fun with this one, and tell me what you think of it in the comments. Am I ruining Taylor Swift? Don't tell me if I'm ruining Taylor Swift, because this is my interpretation. And as I explained in my drunk ramblings during the making of the bars, I love her. And anyway, Red is up tomorrow. So for the subscribers, for the Sudsers, thank you so much for joining me for another round of 365 Days of Soap. I appreciate you. I will see you guys all again tomorrow for Red. Bye.